We are on the Baraboo River. I think this is some conservancy, but the river actually looks decently deep here. Let's take a look. You can see we are upstream from a big laydown, and that's perfect. I will throw towards that. And you know, even though it's a steep bank here, if we catch a big fish, we can go down and grab it. I think the water off the bank probably is not too deep, but it is deeper than most. Or we could just walk it back there and try to land it on those rocks. This looks like a great place. Let's set up, get some worms out, hopefully catch some bait, and then catch some glorious fish. There's a little waterfall thing over there. That actually might be the site of one of the old dams they took down. I'm gonna toss towards it, because usually those kind of structures have a deep hole right next to them, below them, and there could be some fish in there. So I'm just gonna toss right there. There are some rocks right there, but that should do fine. Off to this side, we're gonna toss straight at that laydown over there. And we're gonna get just a little bit upstream of the laydown. That's good. We don't want to toss too far in the river because the big fish do cruise the sides at night, and that goes halfway across the river, so that should be fine. I feel like there are smaller fish nibbling at the bait, but I do need some bait fish. And I usually don't bobber on rivers because they just float down too much. But sometimes, like, the river does have a bit of still water near the side, and that still water may pose for some good fish or a little bait fish. So I'm gonna see here. Use a bobber with a worm. Hopefully I can get a hit on the side. A bigger fish during the day. One of my bells fell in the river. Not very happy about that because I don't have that many bells. It's not huge, but I think it's a catfish. Could be a drum. Don't think it's a turtle because a turtle wouldn't have pulled that hard. I'm pretty sure it's a fish. It's definitely swimming like it, but I did lose a bell because of this guy. Is that a flathead or a channel? It's a catfish. It's a catfish. I think it's a channel though. Oh no, that's a giant sucker. That is un sucker gigante. That is a giant sucker. That is definitely like a carp-sized sucker. That might just be, I think that's a golden red horse. That might be, it's either a golden red horse or a greater red horse. I don't know what kind of red horse species it is, but that, my friend, that is a big red horse. I'm gonna have to go down there and get it. Yeah, definitely gonna have to go down there and get it because this one's too big to pull up, and it is fighting very, very fiercely. So we are gonna have to go down and get it. Thankfully, there is a way down here without dying. All right, we are down to the Baraboo River. All right, let's get this guy in. It is a rather large red horse. Probably the biggest red horse I've caught, but it's a different type. I believe this is like a golden red horse because it's definitely way bigger than the other red horses I've caught. Different type, man, different type. It might be pretty close to that silver one I caught. I think this is a golden one though. Green outer appearance, green gold outer appearance. All right, let's get this guy in. Nice catch, nice catch. There we go. He doesn't like coming in, but he's a coming in. It's a nice red horse sucker, very big one. 4.7 pound golden red horse. Goofy looking fish, but nice red horse. These suckers are really goofy looking fish, honestly. Just like carp, but not quite carp. They're native to the States though, whereas carp are not. Let's just put that guy in there. Oh, needs a little bit of help, I see. I'm just gonna revive this fish for a while. Oh, it's just a sucker. There he goes, there he goes, golden red horse. All right, we're gonna use a small hook and a tiny bait to try to attract one of those smaller fish down there. I think that'll do. I've been getting bites on the 4 hook, but the 4 hook was a little too big for these things to bite, so we're getting the smallest hook we have on there. Hopefully we can pick up something. Look at that pole bend. It wants to go into the grass, and it's actually getting hard for me to... Oh, this one's heavier. This one's definitely a little heavier. This one feels like it's actually stuck in something though. Oh, I think I got it out. Yep, got it out. It was stuck in a tree or something. Now it doesn't feel quite as heavy. Darn. I like fish that feel heavy. Gets me excited. I think it's, what is that? Is that a flathead? That did not look like a sucker, actually. Is that a flathead? That looks too big to be a sucker, or it's like a world-breaking sucker. Is that actually a flathead? Because I did throw it towards the pipe. Nope, it's a giant carp. All right, carp. Second species on the Baraboo, but this is a big one. This is probably like a 15-pounder I'm looking at. Big carp. I'll take that. Oh snap, where did my, oh, I left my net way up there. This is not good, people. No good. I think I just have to let that carp have a little bit of room and go get my net and then land this sucker. I thought that might be a flathead because it was really big, but it looks like it's just a carp. But you know what? I'll take a carp. I will take a carp. To go down here to land them and get all dirty and wet, but that's fine. By the end of the night, as long as I don't break my leg, I'm fine. All right, there it is. Nice little carpio. I think it might be stuck on that, but I can just go over there and get the carp. It's stuck on that. I think I just pull it across. There we go. Common carp. That's a big one though, at least for the Baraboo. Oh, a lot of life here. This one's still got a lot of fight in them. Carps are more hardy than suckers. That's about 10, 12 pounds maybe. That's a big one. It's actually looking bigger and bigger as I get it over. It's fighting me against the current too. That's why it's so hard to bring. Oh, that's a fat one. Oh, that actually might be a PB. I don't think it quite is a PB, but could be over 18. Could be over 18. I've never caught a 20-pound carp before, but maybe this will be a new PB. Oh, that one looks really, really fat actually on the Baraboo. That one looks really, really fat actually. All right, we got to get this guy in. I usually am not excited for carp, but this is a huge one. It's a big carp. Yes, it is. Come on, carp. Over here you go. I'm glad I used one of the tougher hooks. Otherwise, one of those skimpy ones would have just pulled through. But this guy really does not want to come in. Oh, I definitely think this, I think after looking at it, I think it is a PB. It doesn't really even fit in my net. I'm always after a 20-pound plus fish, and this could definitely be the 20-pound plus fish for the night. I'm having a tough time getting it in. This is why I need a fishing buddy, because a fishing buddy would actually be able to net this giant thing. God, oh, yeah, I think that is by far the biggest carp I've ever caught. Giant, giant carp. 19-pound common carp. 19 pounds. Very, very big fish. 19-pound carp. Worth it, worth it. We are going to walk the steps over here. I'm so glad this is a carp because it can live forever out of the water. If it was like, you know, a walleye or something, I'd had to throw them back pretty quickly, but carps can live forever out of the water, so not a problem. And they can also work with like any amount of water. Probably needs a little bit of revival, but then it can just kind of go back. You can see it's breathing. It's gonna be good. All right, revive the carp. Revival, carp revival. There we go, carp revival. All right, I'm gonna throw back towards that wood. I know there's a big catfish in there. I just know it. And once I get it today, I'm gonna be happy. think we got something here. First fish after dark. I think it's a carp probably. I think I saw it jump a while ago. First fish after dark. Doesn't feel big though. So I might end up using it. Nah, it's probably too big to use as bait. Oh, it's a little sucker actually. That actually might end up being my bait. Yeah, just threw it to the side and for the sucker. It's actually small enough for me to lift, I think. Definitely small enough for me to lift. There we go. Nope, it's not a small sucker, but it's a sucker. It's definitely smaller than the first one. But that is a short-faced red horse. Red horse suckers biting good today. Although a good deal smaller than the other one, still about a pound. See ya, sucker. Just after dark, we're gonna toss another small bait out there and see if we can get a smaller sucker. Get a smaller one, that would make great bait. Like one about half that length would make the best bait. Got a fish. I don't think it's huge, but it's after nightfall, so I'm hopeful it's a flathead. But if it is, it's not massive. It's probably like 5 pounds, maybe slightly bigger. But I don't think it's a flathead. I just saw the thing on the surface and it looks silvery, and as we all know, flathead catfish are not silvery in disposition. They're more of what are they in disposition? Like brown? Yeah, brown. Oh, there's so many moths here because I just turned the thing on. Maybe it is a flathead and I'm wrong. I'm hoping it is. I think it is actually. Yeah, it is actually. It's a small flathead. I knew they were here. Okay, yeah, my vision sucks. It's flathead gottlefish. But a very small one. So many moths running around. I have to go down and get it, of course. But that brings up my flathead count for the year to 6, I believe. 6 flatheads so far this year. Only one has been over 10 pounds, which means my flatheading has not been so great this year. But you know what? Still better than nothing. Flathead gottlefish. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Hope I get a bigger one today. But hey, at least I got one. The target species has been acquired. Flathead catfish. Flathead gottlefish. Very, very nice. Only a small one, but 6 flathead of the year. Let them go here by the ramp. It's just easier to let fish go here. Flatheads can live a long time out of the water. Same thing as carp, catfish. All the non-sport fish generally can live a long time out of the water. Just gonna see that flathead. Oh, the moths. Duh. Duh. Looks like the moths are gonna eat him. But there he goes. See ya, flathead. See ya. Actually, he's probably gonna gorge on the moths. Ah! So many. But as you can see, he's happily, well, he's trying to make it past the rocks. But I think he's good. I think he's good. Yep. He's past the rocks. So there he goes. See ya, flatty. See ya, flatty. I'm getting out of here. Ah! While I was working with that flathead, it does seem like one of my poles got a hit because it completely changed directions. Might have gotten me caught on a snag in the river though. Oh, it got loose on the snag, and oh, the fish is still there definitely, and it's not a super weak one, as you can see. Okay, these moths, once I get the light up, is that a carp? It's probably a carp, isn't it? Is that a sucker? Carp? Sucker. All right, that's a sucker. Silver red horse. Still a little too big for me to use as bait, but a silver red horse. All right, just tighten the drag and just lift them out of the water. That's enough of a good red horse. I've had, okay, if my string breaks, I'm fine. Oh, okay, it got off. That's fine. See ya, red horse. See ya. You can see it slowly sliding back into the river. I'll see you later, red horse. See ya. Let's toss one more into the river. There's like a trillion billion moths here, and they swarm right at me right when I turn on the light. So recording is quite difficult right now, but we'll deal with it. I got one. I think it's a slightly bigger fish too. Need to make sure the drag is right so it doesn't like just... What is this fish? I caught some minnows and oh, I think it's a drum. Yeah, it is a drum. It's a small one. No, it's actually fairly large. It's not a small drum. Oh well. Tried. There's the minnow bait. And look at that. Oh, drum fell back in the water. All right, trying to bring it up didn't really work. All right, drum got lucky. All right, that's gonna be the last bait for the night because I'm not catching any more minnows. All right, guys, that was a fun night. We got a PB carp, a big golden red horse, one flathead, a couple of drums, and 1 or 2 other fish. This is a really good place. There's that big laydown right there. I do think there are big flatheads here, but there aren't any places around where I can catch like good sized bluegills to actually feed to the flatheads. And besides way downstream around Portage, I've never caught a bluegill around the Baraboo. Maybe I'll go into town next time and maybe catch a bluegill or something. And then maybe next time I'll just cut one of those big drums up. We'll see. But this is a good place. I think it has a lot of potential. And I had a lot of fun here. And I'll probably return sometime. Let me know what you think. Don't hesitate to ask me questions. This is basically in downtown Baraboo. And like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.